Welcome back to Factorio. Okay, so let's resume back into it. Now in the last episode we were discussing just how bad this whole system is. This here, up above, excellent, we're 100% on that, the way it does this here, but not so much on the way it actually puts it out onto this here conveyor line. So, this here, perfected, this here, not so much. Although it is seem to be going around alright. The main thing is, as long as, you know, like, we have the 4, it's okay, but when we start going into, like, the 5th, things will get a little bit more difficult, and, wait, yeah, it's gonna be whatever it is. So I think we're gonna have to redesign all of this. So what we will do is we'll do, like, 3 stages, because I have been thinking about that. Now, the 3 stages are, if you imagine that we need to make, let's say, grenades, right? So let's see, how do we make a grenade? Well, we need coal and we need plate. So we'll call that stage 1. That's because we take the raw items such as coal and the plates that we already have and put it into it. So that's stage 1, so that can go on the first lot and be exited out. Second stage is stuff that needs to be created. So if you see there, a stage 2 one would be one where it needs to make this before it makes this here. So this here would be a lot 2. And then a stage 3 would be wherever it needs 2 other previous things to make the first. So, oh, electric furnace. Speed modules. We probably need to put those in as well, speed. Can we put speed modules into this? No. Our stage 1 and stage 2, pretty much. That puts it out into it and it puts it around these here. So, let's see. I think we'll divide this here out. So we're going to have 2 rotating belts. Pretty much doing what you see here. The whole thing needs to be redesigned. It's very, very poor. Very poor at the minute. So, we need to get rid of this whole rock here. I'm pointing here with my fingers if people can see it, they can't. This here needs to be all changed. So I think what we'll do is we'll get into the car, wherever the car is. And we'll try and... where is the car? Oh, it's gone. And what we'll do is we'll blow this here up and sort of redesign this. I'm happy enough with this here layer below. Not so much with this. This needs to be moved a bit. It's not great. All this here has to be moved, and pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to move this down below here where it's going to make the raw items, and then the other one's going to make the other stuff and put it out. So we need a way to craft a load of stuff. Probably would have made sense to make something like this up above. You know, where it takes the items it needs. So if you have a stack of items going up along to make different things and it only takes whatever it needs. Yeah. Field plate's coming over there now. So I think what we'll do is we'll stop this for now. Let that all work its way out. We'll not do any more. And then we'll take everything out once it's done making all that stuff. There's it circulating there again. Yeah. Let's see. I think we'll start then filtering off this here. That's full. And then we'll take all the stuff out here. Oh, it is already done that. And this one's going to take it back out. And this is going to stop as well. Cancel that and cancel this. I hope I don't get rid of stuff. Alright, so that's okay. I'm happy enough with this. It's just a matter of getting all the different things going out into it. Really. I suppose engines and stuff is the biggest ones. Yeah. It's clogging up is the biggest issue. And then knowing what to do with the clogged up items. You know, like when it knows that it's run out, it knows to put it back out onto the system again. Yeah. Yeah, well, just let that work away for now. Just to drain itself of all the items. Shouldn't be long. And right, let's go and catch the train. Where's that train anyway? That's coming around. And we've got a few enemy places coming up there. I can see a couple places up here, a couple places down here. There's loads of enemy around there. They just seem to be idling. We've got uranium, loads of uranium up here. I wonder what else is around. We'll probably have a. Oh, I thought they were coming up. Need to be careful of these here as well. We'll probably need, you know, rockets and stuff. Alright, let's get this. And let's take this to the oil where we'll need to go. Once that's done with the sheet metal, that's done, yeah. Let's go to the copper plant. And then this one here needs to carry oil. Although I'm thinking maybe we'll do a factory where it makes all the components. And any components it doesn't use, it'll put it back on the train. No, it's just pretty much taking what it needs. It's the main things, really. Right. I'm just going to cancel that train for a second. So we need to get explosives. And that needs coal. Why isn't it coal? Oh, it's because coal was going into that. I need to fix that. And a distributor. I'm just gonna do this here. And then that's gonna take it out and put it into a box. And make some more explosives. Right. So I need to make a whole bunch of these, you know, for Oh, that's not good. That's there we go. It's completely full. Where's that? Oh, right, because I see what's happened. Needs to circulate back around. Good. Make another one of these. Alright, we're missing that. Let's take the train back to research facility. And we'll remove some of that wall. Think of a way to do all this. Because we have the plate, we have the copper and all. The only thing we really need is just copper and steel, that's it. It's just the bases and coal and some walls as well. So there's 4 items. Copper and steel can go on one side and then the other 2 can go on the other. So it's just raw items, you know, like coal and stone, whatever. I'm actually going to stop this here as well. That's stop the use of that for now. And this whole thing needs to be redesigned. And let's get the 2 bombs ready. Right, so this is going here. Oh, that removed it in one sweep. And here as well. There we go. Very good. Okay. We'll leave those grabbers the way they are at the minute. Yeah, because they'll pull off whatever is needed. So we need to make... We need to also remember expansion as well. So we need to remember we need gears, plates, and all that other stuff. These other things here. So it's just a matter of making them. And if it fills up, so be it. If it doesn't, whatever. It all needs to flow around there anyway. And we also need to have it in a way where it won't interfere with the other stuff. If we've got too much sulfur, it's not going to block all the other items. So you need to think of a smart way of doing that. It's just, no, it's factories really. Just trying to think of a way that this will all work. So how many items we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 different items. What's going on up here? It's going around so slowly. You need to be careful it doesn't have too much stuff, because if they fill up the whole line, the whole lot stops. Unless we put a wooden crate in front of all these, where it puts in whatever it needs, but then that'll be too much. Or 3 wooden crates. Now if it requires, you know, like multiple resources, that's not going to work. It's not going to be able to expand. It needs this whole conveyor belt. Yeah, it's just the carousel at the minute, and that's filling quite a lot with the other stuff. So you need to be careful with that. Flip loads of gears. I'm actually gonna take all them out. There's too many of them going around. That should stop the production of these, and then that's gonna go for ages. And that's completely ran out of that's not gonna work. So that's okay, that's stop production of that. Alright, so the last of the stuff should be going up along here. Won't be long running out. Right. Walls. Walls are pretty much a raw item as well. Stone coal, stone walls and coal, steel plates, and then we have plastic as well, I keep forgetting. So we have many different things going around it. So let's think about it, right? So some parts, right, use coal, they use stone, they use plastic, they use the copper and the steel plates, or iron plates, whatever you call it. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 5. 5 different things. That requires 3 conveyor belts, because no, each side of the conveyor belt will do 1. So we need to figure out a way oh, we got something down here. Oh, we got something going on at the top. Oh, these I still haven't been hooked up. Right. Just trying to think. This is it's really difficult. I'm trying to think of ways to expand all this in a way that it won't clog itself up. Yes, we're getting, you know, like plenty of this here stuff, but I want to do it in a way where it's like it'll only put out 1 of these at a time. No, puts it out. Smart enough to know to do that. What's that waiting on anyway? I might try to see if I can force feed this. Let's say we have 4 factories making each component. So that's what was it, 10, isn't it? There's 3, 6, 2, 4. Yeah, there's 10. So if we're doing 4 factories each, that's 40 different things needed that have to flow onto this. This here is easy enough. That's just no plates made into that, so that's easy enough to do. So what we could have is we could have a line of assemblies going along here, along there. So we're gonna have to move this track a bit. So it's gonna go down the ways here, make all the different components, put them out, and then they'll go along here and it'll only take out whatever it needs. And then we replicate what we see along here. So one side of the thing takes the raw, the other side, yeah, I think that's a better idea. So I'm trying to, it's a bit hard to explain, but pretty much what I'm trying to do is, things like this conveyor belt only uses two components, the iron plate and the gear wheel. So that means you only need, so one side you can make the gear wheel, the opposite side will actually make the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt runs into this here. Same with all these other stuff, like making that there, that's just using two. So we just need, in order to make it this, that's just plate, and then that's just making, that's just no three items going into it. So again, we can achieve that the same way. It's a bit hard to explain, but it does make sense. So we can make a load of gear wheels. I think even 3. Some they'll get away with 3, and some they'll have to make 5 in order to catch up with the others. But you'd rather be overproducing than underproducing. So I think we'll go for 4. We'll trial that, and then we can expand down the ways if needed. But that's the main thing. It's expansion if needed. So there'll be plates flowing into this to make the gear wheels, to pop it out here. But this is just raw items going out onto that, so that's easy. So let's get it all cleared up. So we'll need I need to take out all those what do you call it, things. Get all that cleared out. All this here is getting removed. And remove all this. Redesign all this. And the good thing is we can expand if needed. And I'm just going to connect this up temporarily, just to get all this here going. And then I'm going to remove all this. So these are just going to be the basics. That's okay. It's flowing around there. That needs to stop there. All this is getting upgraded. All this is getting taken out. And that's getting changed. Because we'll probably actually do the same thing here. No, it takes the raw items out and does different things with it. We need to store all this stuff. let's see. So like these are going to flow along the lines. It's going to take whatever it needs out. So each assembly line will take whatever it needs. So there'll be different, distribution lines. So we've got coal. So the raw materials I suppose can come out of this. Sulfur and all that. Single use lines and different things like that. I'm happy enough with that, so let's get rid of all this. And this here. The good thing is we'll be stacking up on plates as well, so right, okay. There's that out of the way. Get all these here lifted. Don't have enough space, so I'm gonna put some coal down here. Oh, that's completely full. I suppose we can start putting chests down here at the bottom to fill up and stuff. Oh, just the one. Oh, that can go in there. And this can go down in here. Just gonna move some stuff about. Go in here. Alright, get rid of all that stuff. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is where we'll start having to make stuff. So, let's mimic with these here. So imagine these are going down the ways. Alright, so let's put the first one here. Let me see. I need to go one more. There. 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 Alright, so these are gonna mimic the 4 lines going up, so we have to put like different things going into them. I'm gonna put one gap between them just to put electricity and stuff between it. Now, these are simulating as if we're gonna be making each component. So this needs to make track and what do you call it? So let's do that. So this one's gonna make track. This one's going to make the arms. This one is just going to make gears. Yeah. That's what we'll do. So it'll be alternating. So it'll be whatever the 2 it needs, it'll just make the 2. For stuff like this here, it'll be 3. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 as you expand down. So it'll give an even distribution of each item. Okay, so this, we need a third one here. So the third ones will go like that. So this is going to make arms, walls, although walls will flow in. That's a raw material. I'm thinking we just take raw stuff in from the bottom. We just take the raw stuff it needs up and we'll do the rest. So this is furnace, so that needs to make walls, so that's going to make walls. And then this needs to make grenades. This is going to make the engines, Which one's the engine? Oh yeah, engine, this, and what's the other one? Sulfur. And sulfur's raw, so it doesn't need this here. So that can be taken out. Actually, no, that's going to alternate. Remember, we're alternating between. So that'll go back to making this here again. And now we need to run the lines up. So outputted stuff is going to go along here. So we need to put it out. No, I'm just going to keep things to be consistent. So this is outputted stuff. The output lines. So it'll output the stuff it has. And then these are going to pull them off. But we need to recirculate it back around so that doesn't, you know, for example, if this here fills up, it's not backing up and it'll, you know, prevent all them. So it needs a way to recirculate around. Or we could destroy the item in some way, perhaps, you know, have it go off into a huge bank of stuff. So this is the output line. So it'll go up like this, come back, like this here, and that'll recirculate around. But if it fills up, that's the issue. Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Like this. Peace. I'll figure that out in a second. It's not necessary right now. These have to go. So they're just circulating the stuff back around. And then these are going to grab the different items off. That's going to grab the plate, which I don't have any of. That's plate. And this one needs to take off the gears, which we also don't have any of. So gears, that. So now is it taking the raw stuff off? It is. Yeah, oh no, it's taking just the stuff it needs off. And the rest will circulate around. And so now we need to pump the stuff into it. Electric poles will go between this here, should power everything. And we need to take the different components we're making it. So remember, we need to make this, which requires having to make the other stuff. So again, we'll put these down below. And I've only got one line. I've already spotted a mistake now. That's alright for putting it back on, but how do we get stuff off? We can't mix the two of them up. Oh, I've just thought of something there. We could stagger these, so we could. The main issue we'll have is filling up. Probably be better with 3 belts there. That's the main issue, is just no like stuff filling up too much. So it's just another component wise. It's feeding. I think what we should do is we are going to have to move all this here down a bit, and that needs to be sort of mass produced. It's going to have to. So this system's all right. That'll work flawlessly, because whenever it goes to put the well, not really, but when it goes to put the cogwheels out, it'll put it on this here side, but eventually it'll put it on here as well. But we can control that. It's not going to be too difficult. We can just expand the ring out, and it'll always put it on one side. So it's a matter of no feeding in what it needs. Yeah. Pretty much, right, so this is just the research facility. But we could do it a manufacturing plant where it makes all that stuff. We can expand out wherever we want. And then just take the items and put it in. Although we could make use of the train. We could make use of, so if the train had each component that is required to make all this here stuff. No, the carriages takes from the carriage and pumps it in. So these here chests, it just takes whatever it needs. Then you can expand it as big as you want. But we have to work backwards. So we have to work backwards. So the stuff that's going to be like this here, that has to be the last thing to be made, because you need to make the other stuff first. There's no point having this making the yellow bullets and then having the red away up here, because it doesn't make sense. It needs to make before it does. So it needs to send stuff down as it goes along. But the only thing is, we're just all complete bottlenecked by the system here. If they were spaced out another few blocks, you could get away with having multiple things for creating. But it's just about sending stuff into these here chests. Into these chests is the main thing. That's the main thing. Standing in the chests. Yeah. I'm gonna have a wee bit of a think on it. I have in my head a visual idea of how to mass produce all the components, and then certain components, like say for example certain things use say cogwheels, multiple processes. Well, you can have it that'll take whatever it needs off the belt. But I'm thinking a belt, one side of the belt for each component, and then the systems take whatever it needs off. I think that's the best way. So if we say these 3 items here, that'll require 2 belts. One side does sulfur, one side does the red circuitry, and the other one does the engine. So that requires 2 belts going down. And then it's just a matter of putting those items onto those 2 belts, which isn't hard. So we can figure that out. And then it's a matter of getting those there. Yeah. 2 belts. Two belts. Yes. And see the system here, that's terrible. That's a terrible idea now, the way that is. That'd be much better if, for example, let's do representation here. That'd be much better if it was like this. Because now the two ends come up, and regardless if, no, like, say it's no filled up, it just takes whatever it needs off and puts it into the chests. So the 2 chests can go here, they'll go onto that. But this here can't really change that much. So you got 2 chests here, and it'll feed it back into the system. Yeah, that's a better idea. That one there. Right. Or we could do like a split, an item splitter. So it comes up the belt and splits it. So it puts, you know, one item one side and thing in the other. Yeah, splits it onto the belt. So my thinking is, I'm just going to show this really quickly. So we have these 2 here. So I'm just going to put this there. I'll put these 2 here. So now we have 1 belt. So we've got our 2 belts. So there's 2 belts coming down. The 2 components. This side takes the this, and then this one takes the red component. So let's just do that really quickly. And I need to take it down a bit more. And let's put this. And this is only just for demonstration purposes. And so this is going to do the engine. It's going to make... Oh, I don't have enough engines. But let's just see if this here works. So imagine it's coming along here. And then I don't have any there to create. So I'm just going to see if I can get some of these here. Just need it. It needs to be made in it. Yeah, it needs to be crafted by that. Suppose we could do that very quickly. Just for the sake of this. It's only temporary. I need to make this. And I need that to make this. And that can take this. And that can take that. And we need, what else do we need? Oh, this and pipe. So let's see. Pipe. And gears. I'm gonna have that going out into chests. I'm gonna take all the stuff out. I'll just put it into that box in there for now. Just for demonstration purposes, we'll just create a load of this. So that's the filling up. So they're gonna have the main components. You know, sulfur, the whole lot, different things coming out into it in plastic. I might actually dedicate one of these here just for sulfur and one for plastic, so we're not having the two mixed up. Although it does look evenly distributed in that. So you're having a look earlier on. Right. So for the purpose of this, I'm just going to stop this here. That's going to go on... Where's the engines? And then this one here is going to be the red circuitry. Right. Now, let's check to see if all this works. Works perfectly. That is exactly what we want there. What we have just seen. So it's just a matter of putting in the right components into it. 2 belts coming down. 2 belts coming out like this here. That filters off. We do the same thing with that. And then that's pretty much it. We only put out whatever we need into those belts. So those belts can actually end just there. Like that. So that's the way we're looking at it. We're going to do that for all of them. 2 belts coming in. And then if it's additional stuff, we can have a 3rd belt and it does the same thing, it splits out. We'll figure out a way to do it. Shouldn't be too hard. But that's my idea. Just 2 belts running in, the different components put out onto it. A bit like up here. So see, we've got the 2 belts. So we can use the arm to put the 2 different things out onto it. Although I'd rather filter. Oh, we can use bridges, tunnels and bridges to put different stuff onto it. So that's not going to be hard. So it avoids putting things on one side. So you have only stuff will go in here, and then you have your 2 components. It'll split out. It's going there, and it won't get clogged up either. Well, it will, but if it gets to that stage, there's something seriously wrong. Although no, it won't clog up. No, it won't, because that'll flow up to the end. Yeah, it won't clog. Okay, right, we're gonna end it there. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments, any suggestions for this here series, do drop it down below, or visit the Discord channel that is linked in the description. If you are enjoying the content, do consider subscribing and dropping us a like. Everything is appreciated. It helps me analyze the videos and know what type of content you guys like, and it also tells me which content I should focus more on. But other than that, thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.